Welcome back, guys. So my name's Dan, and today we're actually talking about the cleaning of kitchen premises and the equipment within a kitchen. Okay, so we're going to be talking about all things that are degreasing, cleaning ovens, cleaning food processors, talking about how to wash a bench thoroughly and sanitize it. We'll do a few demos of how to actually clean the grit and lift grease off the floor. So talking about cleaning and sanitizing, which work together. You know, cleaning is very different to sanitizing, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But they work hand in hand. Okay, we always clean first and then sanitize afterwards, straight afterwards. Okay. Got some chemicals here as well that we're going to talk to you about later, how to use them. They're going to talk about safety data sheets as well, and how we need to keep a file of all the safety data sheets of each chemical that we have on premises from your chemical company. So today I'm going to take my hat off, okay, because we don't really need a chef's hat to clean, okay. It's best to use your, like dirtiest jackets or what have you, rather than cleaning in your cleanest of white jackets. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the kitchen based chemicals that we use, okay, in and around the kitchen area and dishwasher and so forth. So here we have a liquid detergent that is used for washing benches and stuff like that, washing under benches, sinks and so forth, basic clean down kind of agent, okay? So what we usually do when we're cleaning down the kitchen after service, for washing benches and so forth, we'll put some of the detergent into a bucket with warm water, not too hot, because you're going to be dipping your hand in. And we've got scourer, harsh metal scourer as well. So that's basically used for that. We can decant them into squeegee bottles, okay, and they should be labelled as well, okay. Usually you should decant chemicals into chemical supplier bottles, but as long as they're labelled, okay, it's fine, okay. And what we can do is we can actually make sure we label it. So things don't get mistaken for food-based liquids, okay? That's obviously not going to get mistaken for a dressing or anything like that, but there are other chemicals that we've got here that can be mistaken for a vinaigrette and you don't want some form of chemical in your food just because someone has accidentally misplaced it or has realised far too late that they've actually used a chemical for a dish. Okay, so that's why we have to make sure that we have labels on our chemicals. Okay, this one here is a liquid bleach. Liquid bleach can be used for cleaning the floor. Okay, we also have floor cleaners as well, specific floor cleaners for cleaning the floor. But a liquid bleach can be used for the floor as well. Here we have the sanitizer, okay, and disinfectant, obviously food grade, okay. And as we showed you in earlier units, basically you pour some sanitizer into a bottle like this, you probably pour about this much. Okay, it's not a very harsh chemical, so it's designed to kill and manage bacteria. Okay, against food poisoning and so forth. Okay, so we use this to sanitize a bench. So we've washed down a bench using the green liquid soap, and then we clean it down, which I'll show you later on, and then we sanitize it. We spray the bench top with a sanitizer later on, and then wipe it clean with a disposable piece of towel, and then discard it. We've got automatic machine dishwasher liquid, which actually gets connected to the actual dishwasher, all right, and gets fed in automatically, all right, via a tube system. Okay, a hand soap body wash used for obviously washing hands. They can be placed into a liquid dispenser near the designated hand wash basin area for washing hands. Okay, and then finally here we have the harsh grill and hot plate cleaner. Okay, very corrosive. Okay, very dangerous. Can affect people's skins in different ways. Burning, like a burning sensation, depending on how sensitive your skin is. Okay, it should be diluted with plenty of water. For directions of dilution and all that, always read your labels. Okay. For further information, we have safety data sheets. Okay, which should be stored in the kitchen. Okay, should be stored in every kitchen. Okay, so have a safety data sheet. Is an example of a safety data sheet. Okay, gives you all the information that you need about the chemical. Gives you the breakdown of the chemical. Gives you first aid information about the chemical, how to dilute it, how to use it safely, what PPE you should use, so personal protective equipment. So a couple of examples of personal protective equipment would be some cleaning gloves or masks, okay, or goggles. So you would use goggles for instance, the grill and hot plate cleaner, okay, to protect your lungs and protect your eyes from any splashing, okay. So it gives you an extensive explanation of each chemical. Exposure controls, personal protection, physical and chemical properties, stability and reactivity, and emergency contact numbers and so forth. So this particular company is countrywide, who we get our chemicals from. Very helpful, and is an absolute must to have in the kitchens. Okay. Also, keeping in mind that sometimes chemicals change. Suppliers may change a chemical, may change a name of a chemical. So it is up to the chemical supplier to make sure that they notify you of changes when you order chemicals, and they tell you, look, that chemical is not available anymore. We're replacing it with this chemical. So when you order the chemical, you will receive new and updated safety data sheets. Okay, safety data sheets can be updated at any time. It's always good to check that your safety data sheets are up to date. If you haven't ordered chemicals for a while, or you've got quite a few chemicals in stock, it's always good to check when they were last updated. Okay, because they need to be up to date as well. We've got our green washing detergent. Okay, so I'm going to show you on what we can use it for. Okay, in the kitchen. Okay, so nice and soapy. Okay, all right. So we wash benches with it. Okay, so during and after service periods, or in between service periods, you need to do a clean down or what have you. You want to scrub the benches, the edges. Okay, make sure it's nice and clean. So the detergent is used to lift the grease, grime and food particles off the surface, okay? Then we can wipe it. You use a squeegee as well. You could use a squeegee to get most of the liquid off, okay? So I can show you here how that works, okay? And the stages, okay? So we've cleaned this bench down, okay? And you can see the difference. And the dirt, you can see the colour of how the dirt we've lifted the dirt particles from the surface, okay? So we've given it a good scrub. And you can see that. Alright, now you can see the difference. Then we use a sanitizer, okay? So I'm showing you the stages and how we clean a bench top, okay, or how you clean a surface. So then you'll sanitize it by using the sanitizer, okay? A lot of people just spray it on and leave it. But I like to spray it on and then wipe it. And you can see the difference. See how shiny that is? All right. So from detergent scrubbing to wiping with cloth and then onto the sanitizer, this has got a bit of a cloudy, you can see how there's a bit of a cloudy, it's a little bit cloudy, it's not completely clean. You can see how much more shinier this is after sanitization. And that bench is ready for use again. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to clean the stovetop. Okay, if it's really dirty, okay, you can actually take these out, okay, and soak them in some diluted degreaser or hot plate cleaner, okay. If they're not that dirty, you can just use the harsher scourer, give them a scrub, all right. Okay. If you're not using, if you're having a cleaning day and you're not using the dishwasher for anything else, you're just kind of cleaning your kitchen, stuff like that, you've given it a little bit of a scrub. You're going to do all 4 of them or however many you have, and you can put them through the dishwasher as well. And that will clean and sanitize them, But if you soak these overnight, okay, in a hot plate cleaner, caustic solution, all right. Obviously, you should wear some nice big gloves, which I'll show you later on. Okay. Then you can pull them out, give them a spray, and give them maybe another scrub to get all that harsh chemical off, and give them a good rinse. And you can put them into the dishwasher again, and take them out and see how they come up. Okay. I'll grab the stove top, place it in the sink, okay? Like I said before, you can soak it overnight in degrees and then pull it out and give it a scrub. Now I'm just rinsing it down. All right. So we can see the difference that cleaning the stovetop has made, okay? But after years and years of abuse and not constant cleaning, okay, there's some harsh burnt on grease that won't come off, okay? Another good technique I heard was putting them into the oven, leaving them on like in the oven for a few hours, and that will turn everything to charcoal on the actual grill, and just leaving it in there dry. Okay, and that sometimes helps take off the grease as well. Some people put them into pizza ovens as well, because the pizza oven temperature is a lot higher in there than like a normal standalone oven. But what I also wanted to say is, once you've cleaned all of your stovetop and so forth, you can then take this tray out, give this a scrub. So this is a catch tray that sits underneath the stove. Okay, so you always do this last because it catches all your water and all your rubbish. So you can take this out, give this a scrub, and then line it with foil. So next time, when all the dirt gets caught on this tray, you can just take the foil out, throw it in the bin, and then reline it with fresh foil again. So that stays clean and tidy. All right. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this grill hot plate cleaner into a sink. So into a sink that, you know, we don't wash vegetables or anything in or anything like that. So we're just going to pour some of this in. It's going to be quite strong. Okay, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a better way of cleaning stovetops. You can actually soak these. Okay, it's probably better if they're hot, as long as you use some gloves, some heat-proof gloves. You can place them in when they're hot. It's totally fine. It'll actually lift the grease a lot better. Now you can allow these to soak overnight, and then pop them through a dishwasher or what have you, and bring them out, give them a scrub, and then put them through a dishwasher as well to give it a good clean. Okay, so when your detergent or your hot soapy water starts to get too dirty, you can just empty it and refill it. Soap, hot water. Okay, so it's starting to get grimy, and see how the colour's getting dirtier. It's getting quite dirty and grimy. Just replace your water. All right, replace your soap, replace your water, so you've got fresh water again for cleaning. If your scourer starts to get a bit dirty, give it a bit of a clean. Okay, making sure it's not too hot again. Okay, detergent. You want it to foam up nicely. Okay, and keep in mind, this is for harsh grease, dirt. If you're just washing, like dishes, or if you have to wash some dishes by hand, this green scour is absolutely fine. Okay, so we'll move on to your food processor, cleaning of food processor. Okay, so you want to wash the base. Okay, make sure it's unplugged. Okay, out of the socket. You pull it apart carefully. Once it's pulled apart, you give the outer a good scrub. You can see all the food scraps and all the food particles. Okay, give them a good scrub. So we've scrubbed it. We're just getting a clean chucks, giving it a nice wipe. Obviously, it's not plugged in, so we're safe. Okay, and we're just cleaning around. Okay, making sure that we get all that grime out. Okay, purposefully left this machine a little bit dirtier for you today, so we can see the actual difference it makes to cleaning. All right. Now the other components, okay, so we've scrubbed these, okay, we can take them to the sink carefully, all right. You can put them through the dishwasher as well if you want to, all right. But sometimes things can get damaged. When you wash things yourself and you're careful yourself, you know, things don't get damaged, particularly really delicate items like this. They can be dropped on the ground and cost hundreds of dollars to repair and replace, okay? So we're just giving them a rinse. All right. Put it all back together. Whoops. See how easy it is to potentially damage an item. Just have to be very careful. I didn't realize that that actually comes out, but it does. Okay. And that is good to go. Get an external dry. Put it all back together again. Much cleaner. Okay. So we put it all back together again very carefully. So everything clips into place. Nothing is damaged. Okay. And we can put that away.